Hey everybody, this is the Bedlam Pastor. I'm going to do a little short, slow ride today. I've packed some lunches. I'm going to ride up to Rocky Hammock, eat some lunch, maybe do some sermon preparation. We maybe even swing by the Broxton Rocks on the way if we can get in there. I don't know. There's certain times you can. I know you can't ride a bike in there. There'll be a hike-a-bike section in this ride, but I wanted to take you along the journey. We're going to be crossing over 200 miles today in our 316 mile challenge. So if you haven't been following, that 316 mile challenge is a hat tip to John 3:16, and we are pedaling to raise awareness and support for the Annie Armstrong offering, which supports North American missions. You can give through Morningside Baptist Church, or you can actually give through your local Southern Baptist congregation, or directly to the North American Mission Board. Again, if you haven't donated already, if you haven't pledged, please do so. There's a Google Doc in either the bio or the comments, whichever place you're viewing this, whether it's on Instagram or Facebook. But yeah, we're at 183 miles today. I'm going to take a leisurely ride to Rocky Hammock, maybe swing by the Broxton Rocks and snag a few photos and videos. But I wanted to carry you along with me on this journey. Hey, 8 miles in, and I've made it to the entrance of where I wanted to take y'all. The entrance to the Broxton Rocks is right here, but I'm not sure. The sign is not very clear if we can go. And I know I'd have to hike a bike. I know I can't ride my bike back there, but it says hunting's in progress, but the time for hikers is scratched out, sprayed out. I don't know if I want to go back there and get in trouble for being in. This is protected land. There's actually some plants here that only grow here. I can't remember the name of it, but man, maybe I can find out next time some more details and make sure I have permission to go back there. And well, after the storm comes in, the waterfall will probably be going. There's not too many waterfalls in South Georgia, but this is one of them, and it's probably within 8 miles of my house. How cool is that? All right, I'm here at Rocky Hammock. I put in roughly about 20 miles from the house, and I'm gonna grab some peanut butter and jelly, and then I'm gonna relax a little while. It's just so beautiful out here. I want to pick this up real quick and give you a shot of this. Let's see if I can turn this around. See, there's the river. So there's where I'm eating lunch. Yeah, it's a beautiful day to be riding. A beautiful day for the 316 mile challenge, and a beautiful day to make a video. I really hate that we didn't get to go to the Broxton Rocks, and we may possibly could have, but I was just kind of scared about getting in trouble. They're pretty strict about that since there's some endangered plant life there. And on the way, I got some video. There's actually some indigo snakes there. They're also on the endangered species list. He was in the highway. I watched him crawl away. Kind of tried to get some video, but didn't hit record until he was already in the ditch. So I don't know how well that worked. But I got to thinking about it. You know, the Broxton Rocks has got a unique story. It's just a outcropping of rocks, limestone, and the river's cut through, and like I said, it's made caves and all kinds of unique features that's really not normal for, I guess we should say, for South Georgia, or prevalent in South Georgia. And you know, years ago you could just go. It was anybody could go, and they would go, and a lot of people would go and camp. But people began to trash it up, leaving. You know, they're not cleaning up out behind themselves and stuff like that, and just leaving beer cans and their camp litter and everything else, and really graffiti. So the state come in and took over and restricted the access to it. Now, again, like I said, you can hunt there. It's a wildlife management area, but there really is, like I said, there's really limited time. I think they let people come in on Easter. I don't know if they do it. I don't know if it's an Easter egg hunt, but it's like an Easter, on Easter you can come in, so it'll be open on Easter. But no, I got to thinking, it's almost like, it's almost like the story of the Garden of Eden, isn't it? I mean, everything was just beautiful, everything was perfect, and then humans messed it up, and they were barred from it. And you know, the only hope we have of reconciliation is through faith in Jesus Christ. You know, that's the reason why I'm riding this 316 mile challenge. I know, I love riding bikes, don't get me wrong, but really it's the message of the gospel that goes forth, and it's helping churches be planted in those areas where there are no churches, and they need churches. The number one way to reach a community is plant a church. So I got to thinking about that as I was riding from the Broxton Rocks. You know, yeah, our sin has, barred us from entering into God's presence, but God, through His Son Jesus Christ, God in the flesh, made a way that we could have access to Him. He's the way, the truth, and the life, and that's the reason why I ride. Now, unless you just want to sit here and watch me eat a sandwich, that's my spiel for the moment. Before I get back on the bike, I'm just going to take this in and enjoy God's creation. All right, lunchtime's over, and now it's time to pedal on back. Leaving Rocky Hammock, should be back to the house in about an hour or so. But I'm gonna take the scenic route, of course. Just stop for just a second. Just left Rocky Hammock and just got thinking, you know, I'm always asked, why in the world would you ride on a dirt road? Would you just stop and listen? can't hear it right now, but as soon as you start hearing the gravel crunch under the tires, man, it's good for the soul, people. It's good for the soul. You should try it. Fun, people. You should try it. Well, this ain't how I wanted this ride to end. If you look down here, my bottom bracket's busted. See if you can see it from, let's see if you can flip it around. If I can flip it. See this right here? It's not supposed to do that. So basically, this ride's over. I've got about 35 miles in. Again, like I said, the bottom bracket is not supposed to be wobbling around like that. I heard it pop. And yeah, I'm gonna wait for my father-in-law to come pick me up beside the road. Again, like I said, this is a 316-mile challenge. We're over 200 and something miles in now. This 35 miles today. I do have my road bike, my Jamis road bike, so I can finish this thing out. But I got to get Black Betty in the shop. And hopefully this is not too costly. But yeah, so that's how this ride ends. If you've enjoyed this video, just like and subscribe, comment and share. Peace out. There's Calvary. Old Theodore coming to the rescue.